Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome the media fraternity on the Union Bank financial results for the financial year ended 31st March 2023. In the midst of the global uncertainty, Indian economy is showing a strong momentum. The economy is expected to continue to perform well and remain one of the fastest growing economies in the world, as per the media reports that all of you have said, of course. The banking sector has shown improved performance during the year and led by the broad-based economic reform and recovery in various parameters. Our bank's business and financial registered strong growth during the Q4 FY23, and we have achieved good set of numbers in terms of profit and profitability, asset quality and capital adequacy among the other parameters. Let me just briefly highlight on the bank's performance for the Q4 and for the year ended 24. Operating profit of the bank has reached 25,467 crore with a growth of 16.4 during FY23. Net profit of the bank has increased by 61.2% YoY to rupees 8,433 crores during FY23. Net interest income has grown by almost 18% during the year. NIM has improved to 3.07% in this year, showing an increase of 13 pips over the last year. Gross advances has increased by 13%. Deposits has grown by 8.6%. Bank registered a 17.1% growth in retail, 14.2% growth in agriculture, and 13.1% growth in MSME advances. RAM share is 56% and 44% is the large corporate business in the bank. Gross NPA reduced by 358 basis points YoY, and it has come down to 7.53% from 11.11 as at March 22. Net NPA is reduced to 198 bips on YoY basis to rupees 1.70%. CAR has shown a very good improvement and we are at 16.04%. The PCR also we have increased by almost 633 bips to 90% as at March 2023. Our overall cash recovery and upgradation has crossed 20,000 crores. If you may remember that we had given a guidance of recovery to the extent of 15,000 crores, we have done a recovery of more than 20,000 crores. Slippages are down to 12,518. Our guidance was 13,000 crores, so we have done 12,518 crores. The bank has taken several important structural changes during the year, and which is, of course, as seen in the positive results that the bank has shown. Before I conclude my remark, the bank has done a lot of initiatives in the digital space, so I will request my ED, Nitesh Ranjan, to brief you all about the various initiatives that we have taken on the digital space.
Thank you, ma'am, and good afternoon, everyone. This being a meeting for the report card, so I will also start with the performance on the digital arena for us. So first of all, if you look at the business, total around 32 lakh new account business we have done solely through the digital. It is a straight through, which includes both loans as well as deposits, and aggregating around 48,000 crores of business, of which loans we have given around 1.48 lakh new customers only through the digital, aggregating to 2,200 crores of portfolio, which includes retail, agri and MSME, all the three, and deposit business of 30.5 lakh customers aggregating to 46,000 crores of business. So this is broadly we have done in the digital in the current year. We also have the solutions for digital renewal in the entire three RAM segment, and we have done digital renewal of more than 8 lakh accounts aggregating to 42,000 crores of loans. And as you are aware that last year in November we have launched our new mobile app with the 350 plus features, and it already has more than 22 million downloads. And today we are offering not only the banking services, but along with that the insurance, mutual fund and the lifestyle services, which includes a customer of mine can actually do the flight booking, cab booking and the hotel booking through the mobile banking app of Union Bank of India. During FY23, we have focused on the IT augmentation, digital analytics, as well as building the more robust cyber security platform, which is also reflected in the recognition for the bank from the external agencies. And one of those is the IBA PSB reform agenda. You are aware under the theme of ease. Currently, Ease 5.0 version is running, and for the third quarter, that is quarter ending December 2022, Union Bank of India has been ranked number one amongst all the public sector banks in Ease agenda. And within that, total 5 themes are there in the Ease reform. Of those 5, Union Bank has been number one in 4 of the themes. And 3 of these 4 themes actually relate to digital and technology, which is like best IT infrastructure, modern data and analytics capabilities, and offering digital-based services to our customers. In all these 3, we have been number one during FY23. We have also been adjudged by the 6 IB IT awards during the previous financial years, which includes best technology bank as well as the best IT security amongst all the large, including public and private sector banks. So that is the recognition we have got of our efforts during the previous year. Now, obviously, customer shift is happening very rapidly towards digital channels. Therefore, we have also taken a call to invest heavily in digital with few aspirations, which we have highlighted earlier also. I'll repeat. One of those is that in next couple of years, 2 to 3 years, the 50% of the acquisition in the RAM segment should happen through the digital channels only. And those examples I gave you while I was sharing some of the numbers, the digital business we have done, which will essentially result into around 15% of RAM portfolio being sourced through the digital channels only. We are targeting around 1 trillion rupees of RAM portfolio coming through the digital channel over the next 2 to 3 years. Similarly, on the liability side, around 1 trillion customer accounts on the CASA side we are expecting coming from the digital channels. You have already seen the 30 lakh FDRD accounts we have been able to open only through the digital. Customer need not visit the branch. And now that very soon we'll be implementing the video KYC solutions, we are very hopeful that even on the savings and the current account side, the large proportion of the new account opening will happen through the digital channels. We also have another aspiration building on the technology and digital, that is of having a very high customer satisfaction score. And for that, while offering the digital-based services, offering the convenience, we have just implemented the customer relationship management tool, CRM, which we have built with the best player, with the Zoho Corp. It is already live now for all the offices in the bank. And secondly, we have decided to invest in building a new digital contact center, which will be based on the conversational AI and modern new technologies. Now, during the last year, we have also built certain capabilities on the core IT, because core IT is only going to support the digital analytics, which means augmentation of the hardware. We have implemented the state-of-the-art SD-WAN technology across our branches. We are presently in the process of implementing the software-defined network, SDN. And during the year, we have also been amongst few large banks, and again I am talking about the public and private together, who have actually got certification from the PCI DSS. While most all the banks and the payment players are supposed to be complying with PCI DSS, but Union Bank has gone a step ahead and got it certified by the PCI DSS. And also on the cyber security, today we have one of the most advanced CSOC system, but we are again taking it to the next level, building the cyber security center of excellence, partnering with multiple players. And the third part that we are doing is about the digital platform, which will be aiming at providing a seamless journey, omni-channel experience, hyper-personalization and conversational AI, which will also use the data lake analytics, and that is also a part of our investment plan during the current year. So overall, the bank has increased focus on augmentation of the IT, focus on the digital using the data analytics, and create more and more convenience to the customers, reduce our operating cost, and increase new lines of business through the digital and technology channels. This is a brief I have. During the course of discussion, we can discuss if you want to know something specific.
Thank you, Nitesh. Now we have open for any questions from our friends from the media.
What would you attribute this profitability? Your profit, net profit has increased by 93%. Okay. What are the price reasons for the increase in this kind of?
No, net profit has increased by 61.18% actually over the last year.
Quarterly 91.
Yeah, quarterly 91, but YOY it has increased by 61%. Primarily our interest income has come. You know that there has been 250 basis points increase in the repo rate, and we have translated that into interest rate. And plus, if you look at the way our recoveries have happened, almost 20,000 crores of recovery. Out of that, from written off accounts itself, we have recovered more than 5,000 crores. Plus our fee-based income, but for the treasury income, the other incomes have seen a robust growth. If you've seen, the fee-based income has increased by 22%, and recovery from written off accounts has almost doubled during the year. So this is the reason that our incomes and profitability has increased. Yeah, though we had given this one of almost 10% of growth in deposits, you must have seen the deposit growth has not been that good in the market for the current year. But if you look at our LCR, we still maintain a very high LCR. I have no problems with the liquidity, though there is not a much growth in the deposits, but we have quite a good liquidity on our hand now. We find that the HDFC problem is overstated actually in the market. So there are almost like 174 trillion. That's the deposits in the country right now, and it's expected to grow by 10% every year. So we are doing a lot of activities here. I have a good franchise of about 8,500 branches. Plus, I've got BCs of 17,600. I have customers to the tune of almost 14 crore customers. So I have no problem with regard to deposits. In fact, we have taken up a lot of initiatives during the current year and the previous year also. So I am not finding any problem with regard to canvassing of deposits. Anyway, my guidance would be at par with the market to 8 to 10% would be my guidance for increase in deposits during the current year. See, yeah, ECLGS performance. Do you have the figure, Minocha ji? Yeah. No, total cumulative sanctions was to the tune of about 16,500, and we have seen, as on date, the outstanding is about 9,308. And we have seen an SMA of about 4.40% in the ECLGS, and SMA is less than 0.5% in the books. Now, all this NPAs that we are talking about in ECLGS, it's of course it has got a guarantee, so there is no problem. The recovery will come through that. There is no issues on that. With regard to your question on restructuring, that is RFA 1 and RFA 2, the total what we had done restructuring was to the tune of about 22,800 crores. Out of that, it is now the present outstanding is to the tune of about 17,000 crores. NPA is to the tune of 4,500 crores out of the restructured accounts, but that is mainly because of one major corporate account and not because of any small accounts that we have seen in that. Yeah, slippages. My slippages for the all the 4 quarters is about 12,591 crores. And if you see, only in the first quarter, we did about 5,600 crores. Otherwise, in all my other quarters, we were doing just about 2,900 kind of, 2,200, 2,500 crores of slippages. That's how, that is what the slippages are about. Out of the 12,518, the net slippages is around 8,900. So recovery is to the tune of almost 3,000 crores. MSME, yeah, I have the data. I can just tell you.
No, slippages. Amount.
I'll just give you out of my 12,000, the MSME slippages are to the extent of about 3,500 and 3,100 crores. Yeah, 3,100. No, not from the restructured book. Restructured.
CASA has come down. So will it not impact your net interest margin actually?
So if you look at as you say, the CASA percentage has come down, sir. But then the CASA amount has increased. In absolute terms, if you look at, my CASA has increased by almost 17,000 crores. Percentage is very deceptive, sir, because if my, the deposits, total deposit increases, then the CASA percentage comes down. But in absolute terms, my CASA has increased by almost 17,000 crores.
In the current times, the CASA percentage somehow has lost too much of relevance. If you see, one of the March numbers are not available for the entire industry, but December numbers, they're so to say, the strong banks, CASA, where there is a strong part of this thing, including HDFC, Axis, Kotak, they have lost on CASA share more than 300 bips. Whereas our drop in CASA as on December also was around 125, which is 128 bips only.
Now it is around 93.
Yeah.
No, we have grown by almost 11% in our corporate book. We have a strong pipeline of about 35,000 crores as on date, and we hope that the corporate sector will be growing. We are especially seeing good numbers in our HAM portfolio: cement, iron and steel, renewables. These are textiles and warehousing. That is the LRD on warehousing. We are seeing a good growth. As of now, I have a good pipeline of about 35,000 crores. It is mixture of both term loan and working
So I
capital.
will just give a flavor. So total, actually we have got for around 45,000. So madam says 35,000 is the sanction and disbursed position. So 35,000 is, over the maybe 6 months times, maybe 1 year time, everything will be disbursed. And so that position is like that. And 15,000, 16,000 crores is always a amount which is going to be sanctioned and disbursed.
What percentage of your loan book is linked to MCLR?
The MCLR book is about 50%, and 24% is our EBLR, 16% is TBLR, and the rest is about base rate and the other rates. Yes, and TBLR both. Corporate loan book.
373.
3,73,000. How much it will be unsecured loan portfolio? Under retail it is about that is personal loan is about 7%. That is your unsecured portion. Yeah, no, the PAPL that we are talking about, these are all my customers who have got a healthy balance, and so we have given them this PAPL.
Salary people.
Yes. So this has grown, good growth we have seen in the PAPL actually. Presently we have got, our book is, PAPL is about 7%. That is the loan portfolio. And we have seen about 20 to 30% growth in the PAPL book during the current year.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely correct. It will be around 15.
And what about personal loans?
Personal
Personal
Total
loans.
personal loan, around 9,000.
11,000.
11,000.
CD ratio is as on date 72%. 72. It was 69% and it has grown to 72%. March 22 it was 69, it has grown to 72%. We would like to keep it to 72 to 73% based on our guidance that our advances will grow by 10 to 12%. Excess SLR, I have about, no, 38, no? नहीं, यार, excess SLR is yeah, it is there in the presentation, I can tell you. Yeah, bulk is 26% and the 74 consists of CASA and retail term deposit. 74 CASA plus RTD, yeah, retail. Oh, that figure I can give. 2 crores and above, ma'am.
So if you look at it, because if the December numbers I can share with you, the credit growth has been more quarter on quarter. We were growing credit in December 22 at 20%, and the deposit growth happened around 13.5, 13.6%. So to bridge this gap, we have to garner more of deposits, and we were looking at what the market conditions at times when it is feasible or viable. We had been raising the bulk also at competitive rates to fuel the credit growth that is happening in the system.
Fourth quarter, what is the credit growth in the fourth quarter?
12. You are asking whole year or quarter, fourth quarter alone?
Q3 to Q4 or Q4 over Q4? That will be same, not standing with 13%.
13.05.
Q3 to Q4 it was stable.
How much of the total deposits are non-callable actually? Have you managed to gather non-callable deposits?
Yeah, he got the this one. है आपके पास data? We've been able to do it.
There is a callable deposit. We have seen that generally it is remain with us till the maturity. That's the behavior.
So almost 80% is getting renewed on non-callable.
So we have reduced our NPAs in MSMEs. It was at 18.71 last year. Now we have brought it down to 12.52%, and we are quite, sure that we will be able to bring it down. This is the market percentage, 11 to 12% is what the market has got. But we are doing a lot of activities around the MSMEs now, and new products, cluster finance, all those things are being taken up. So we hope to reduce the NPAs in MSME further. And with the strong economic growth, of course, that we are also envisaging for the next year, I'm sure that our NPAs will be reduced further. Repayments, there are impact on the repayments. Of course, SMA book is a little dicey with regard to the retail book, but it doesn't actually slip into NPA because we have got a good security out there, so it doesn't slip. But SMA, we are getting a stress in the retail book. Ma'am, we have fully provided on most of the accounts. So we don't.
PCR, our PCR for provision coverage ratio regarding NPA, if you are saying it is more than 90% covered now.
90.34. For deposits, it's about 8 to 10%, and advances, it's 10 to 12%. Yeah, renewable energy is to the tune of about 11,000 crores. That translates about 1.5% of my total loan book.
Wind.
Yeah, do you have the breakup? Wind,
I think
solar.
you
We can send it to them later. No, thankfully.
No, not only Go Ahead, no.
No airlines. No airlines we have. No. Nothing, absolutely not like that, but we didn't get a chance. We were, all of us were in Jet Airways, of course. That was the bygone eras we were there. After that, there was no chance of us, getting into any of the Air India airline aviation. Telecom,
We are
कितना
reduced
हमारे पास
actually.
है?
Could be around 8,000 crores. 8 to 9,000.
No,
Yeah.
कितने क्या? बोल दो, tell me.
And that is all upfront basis. No, no, yes, sir.
930 crores. NARCL has identified about 42 accounts, and we are there in 24 of them. And so we were able to sell 2 of them in the current year. The amount would be close to about 1.62 lakh crores. That is what has been identified by NRCL, but we are there in 24 accounts. 10,576. 10,500, yes. Uh, 14 crores or so. That is at Helios, no? Helios. So we have taken a board approval to raise about 10,000 crores of equity plus tier 1 plus tier 2. But as of now, we are very comfortable with our CAR. It's about 16.04%. So we are comfortable. But for growth capital, we would like to have, that's one point. And second thing, of course, because there is SEBI regulations that we have to bring down the government capital by 25%, and we have got approval up to August 24 to manage that. So we have taken this board approved plan of 10,000 crores right now. Yes, ma'am. No, we are exploring all possibilities. QIP is one route, of course. We will take an appropriate decision during the right time. FPO or a rights issue or a QIP. We are just thinking on those lines. Yes, yes.
Yeah, it is for the public float.
For the next year you're talking about? Yeah, that is, 81 we are looking at 1,000 crores. 1,000 crores. And tier 2 is about 1,100 crores. And 8,000 of equity. No,
August 24.
August 24. Ten to 12%, ma'am. And as I told you earlier also, we are seeing demand coming from HAM, renewables, from steel, from chemicals. Those are the industries that we are looking at. Yeah, our CRO would like to tell you
No,
about
it
that.
is not like that. We don't. We will only do.
Look at rating.
Basing on the rating and about the sponsors, we will see that.
So just to respond, it is not that, most of the sector you might have seen that these are all opened up. And there is a lot of growth and opportunities available in each of the sectors.
Only thing that we need to see how we select the borrower.
Yeah, that's all.
Now that is what we are doing. So selectively, if you see our total portfolio wise, you will see we are very comfortable in the rating and the way we are doing the large corporate underwriting. So we are very sure that this growth will remain this quarter also, this year also, and we will be very selective and very in selecting the borrowers in large corporate.
Yeah. Almost 91% of my corporate loan book is triple B and above. 91.
That is NBFC.
80 plus 11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
91%. No. Sorry.
Triple B and
Triple B and above.
All investment grade.
And in NBFC, I've got almost 98% is A and above.
Yeah, A and above.
A and above. 98%.
No, around 13%.
13%.
13, 1 3.
1 3.
Additional provisions towards standard assets actually. I believe RBI has asked all banks to make some additional provisions for certain sectors actually.
No, CF.
No.
No, that was a news, but there is no instruction from RBI as such. And bank has been, we have been very aggressive in terms of our providing our NPF. But for standard book, we are examining the portfolio. Case to case basis, if we see anything requiring a particular account or group of account that is required, we will definitely do that. Just now, we don't see any such requirement.
No.
Nothing has come. As of now, nothing has come. That actually was, formulated by the government and the RBI for MSME loans, of course. So, but we have not got any till now.
Can you throw some light on your overseas operations, given that there is so much of turmoil in the global financial markets? So can you throw some light on it?
Bala.
Good afternoon. As far as the turmoil is concerned, it is on the majorly different type of banking here in the US. That type of banking is not here in our portfolio rather. And actually, we have grown advances to the tune of around 42%, and deposits also comfortably we have grown. As far as our new disbursements are concerned, around 60 to 62% we have to the prime banks and other financial institutions we have entered. So we are very, very selective as far as the advances portfolio is concerned. As of now, we don't have any sort of any implications, the influence of what has happened in the US as far as banking is concerned. Our overseas portfolio is very, very stable, and we have come out totally. Portfolio as such was at loss as far as 31/3/2022 is concerned. Now we are making profit overall portfolio. Wherever we feel like it is not remunerative, we are closing the operations also. Like Hong Kong, we are closing the operations. Almost means balance sheet is almost zero. This is what is the overseas operations. We don't find any sort of a problem in the near future also as far as the overseas operations. One more thing is that we are going to open a branch in GIFT City that we have applied to the RBI for the approval. Once we get the approval, we will be opening that. We are expecting that approval maybe shortly, and once the approval comes, we will do the overseas operations at GIFT City. I think that will be our major business through which we will be doing the overseas business. In addition, we have presently 3 branches. One is at the verge of closure, Hong Kong. Other one is the Sydney, and the other one is Pardon? No, it's all the accounts
Other two locations, ma'am, Dubai and
Dubai
Sydney.
and Sydney.
No. No, for ECLGS you don't have to file a suit. There is a portal where you have to punch in those figures. There is an NCGTSC, that is it's a DFS driven, the government driven platform, and you just have to upload your data in that, and then you get. It's a different thing for the CGTMSC, where you need to do above a certain amount you need to file a suit, and then you have to claim it. Lending to? Of course, we have a branch opened at the Bangalore, Koramangala. We have a startup branch, and we opened it only in the third quarter of last year, and so we have seen some good uptake there. Just about, and I'm sure that we are going to open branches in the other locations also, like Mumbai, Gurugram, and other locations also. We are looking to open the startup branches. No, actually today, as on date, it's about 30 to 35 crores. It's just a beginning that we made, that opened in the third quarter of last year. Ma'am, non-interest income, actually treasury, it has come down. If you look at it, it is only my fee-based income, no, through the various fee-based income, that is around 23% I have done from there, and recovery in return of accounts is about more than 100% I have done. Annualized on an YOY basis, it's more than 100%. It's in the return of accounts, recovery in the return of accounts. Yes, yes, recovery.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what my chief CGM of Treasury is promising, that we are going to see better results in this quarter for Treasury.
Now, what we are expecting is that there will be a softening of interest rates in these particular years. Definitely, we do, that opportunity will be seized, and then by sale of investment, what we are thinking is that in the second half year, the interest cycle softens, and that may be the time we are going to make profits by sale of investments. Second half year.
We have any target for recovery from return of accounts, because it has been talked about that there is some target has been set for 40%.
No, the government is talking about 40% recovery, but we have as a bank as such, we have been concentrating on return of accounts. That has been a focus area, and that is how you have seen that increase of almost 101% in the return of books. So we have taken some accelerated target for the current year also, and we hope to do much better than what we have done in the last year. We cannot just give a number right now, so we will be looking at it in a more focused manner, and we would like to see some better numbers there. It's about 72,000 crores. There could be some roads and power.
No.
No, they were asking a breakup of 72.
35, 40 will be
No,
NCLT.
MSME agree will be there.
It will be same
We
like
can give you that breakup.
Mainly MSME, madam, MSME agree will be more on that. Yeah, yeah. NCLT is another tool of recovery, and which also gives a lot of in a structured way you are able to recover the things. So what we find is, if you are comparing the, because NCLT what has been referred already were long overdue, long, that is 2011, 2012, 2013 NPAs were referred. So now if you are looking at it, the liquidation value has already come down. Compared to the liquidation value, the recovery rate in NCLT is good on that. If you are comparing to the book outstanding or that is only, it is only giving a distorted figure. If you are looking at, actually it has been, NCLT has come in place in 2017, and from there onwards, if you are looking at it, compared to the liquidation value which was available, we are getting a good recovery in NCLT. No, liquidation.
Most of the cases we are getting more than the liquidation. Once it
Yeah.
is gone to liquidation, we are getting more than the liquidation.
Ma'am, our guidance is 55-45, actually 55 of retail and 45 of corporate. That's the way that we do. Even if you look at this year, the last year, it is 56% retail, 44% is corporate. So we would like to maintain that ratio 55-45. We have got good growth in housing loan, and education loan is another area that we have seen good growth.
Gold loan.
And vehicle loans, gold loan also we have seen a good uptake in last year, but 48% growth in the gold loans also. That is a portfolio that has grown substantially. 25% growth in education loan we have seen. No, unsecured, we told you, ma'am, that it is all mostly driven by, the PAPL and where salary is coming to us. So we have good visibility on those accounts, and we have not seen much of default in those loans, actually. Retail, I told you, as earlier I told you, there are concerns with regard to the stress. It slips into the SMA 0 or 1, but because there is, they are fully secured loans and they are home loans, we are not seeing any slippages, much of a slippages. 12,500, yeah.
No, actually 22,500 last year.
Last year was about 22,500. We have brought it down to 12,000. As I have been talking, we have got a very five-pronged approach to management of slippages. Actually, we have got right from the time that it comes into, before it comes into zero. Also, we have got an SMS alert going to the customer. The branch is calling up. Then we have got something called the RCOCs, the regional collection centers, where they call up. Then we have got feet on street also. The call center also calls up. So we have a regular touch with the customers. So we during the current year, these are the approach that we took, and so our we were able to manage our slippages well. No, ma'am.
No.
It's only in the retail, MSME, agriculture. These are the sectors which. Now, if you look at my SMA portfolio also, it is only about 0.62% of the total portfolio. That's how it is. 0, 1, and 2. I cannot. We have proposed to the board, of course. I can only tell when the AGM approves of it. But we are in the process. We will have to, take the approval of the AGM before talking about it.
Percentage we can give.
Yeah, we have proposed a dividend of 30%, that is 3 rupees per share. That's what we have proposed. But approval will come only after the AGM. That's it.
Are there any more questions? So, on behalf of the Bank Operations, on behalf of each and every one of you, thank you all for your participation, and I thank
6 points, no, what?
0.6.
6.3.
Thank you, everyone.
Give it, give it, give it, give it. Don't worry. LIC will